Hi, my name is Jolan. I'm the head instructor and examiner for CNS Driver Training Center. Today, we'll be talking about testing your air brakes. Daily air brake checks are crucial to you and everyone around your vehicle and your cargo's safety. There are 4 segments to help you test your air brake system that will help you make sure your air brake systems are functioning properly. Number 1, testing air brake loss rate. A helpful acronym that will help you remember the steps to your air brake check is the word SAIL. S-A-L-E. S standing for static air pressure test, A standing for applied pressure test, L standing for low air warning check, and E standing for emergency spring brake check. Starting with the wheels chocked, build the air pressure to the governor cutoff, approximately 120 to 140 psi. Now we're going to perform the static test. The driver shuts off the engine, turns the key to the on position, releases the parking brake and tractor protection valve for combination vehicles. Wait until the gauge settles and stops moving, then time for 1 minute. After 1 minute has passed, note the pressure gauge again. The pressure should not drop more than 2 psi per minute for the tractor only. For combination vehicles, the pressure should not have dropped more than 3 psi in 1 minute. If the pressure dropped is greater than each limit, something is wrong, and you need to get the vehicle serviced before you drive your vehicle. Step 2, press hard on the pedal for 1 minute and notice the beginning pressure and the end pressure. The pressure should not drop more than 3 psi for tractor only. For combination vehicles, the pressure should not have dropped more than 4 psi in 1 minute. If the pressure dropped greater than 4 psi, something is wrong, and you need to get the vehicle serviced before you drive your vehicle. Next, you'll want to look at static testing the emergency system. The next 2 steps will test your air pressure warning devices and your emergency spring brake application. First, double check to make sure that your key is in the on position. With air pressure at about 90 pounds and the engine off, push and release the foot brake until the low air pressure warning light and buzzer comes on. If the warning device fails to come on before 55 psi, get your vehicle serviced before driving. Now keep pushing and releasing the foot brake until the spring brakes apply automatically. You will notice the valves pop out when the spring brakes apply. Spring brakes should apply between 20 to 45 psi. If they apply at more than 45 psi, then something is wrong, and you'll need to get your vehicle serviced before driving. Next, you'll want to test out your air compressor. Note outside of the truck during your walk-around pre-trip inspection to make sure the air compressor is securely mounted and not leaking. If the air compressor is belt-driven, make sure the belt is not frayed, has no visible cracks, loose fibers, or signs of wear. Push the belt by hand and make sure there is no more than 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of play in the belt to make sure there is no excessive slippage when in operation. If gear-driven, make sure it's operating properly and not damaged or leaking and mounted securely. In the truck, after the spring brake test, you will safe start your truck and run it at operating RPMs. The compressor should start to fill the tank. In a vehicle with dual air system, pressure should build from 85 psi to 100 psi within 45 seconds. If the buildup takes longer, there is a problem somewhere. Lastly, we'll test both the parking brake and service brake. After you have removed the chock, safe start the vehicle, and with the pressure buildup to governor cut out and parking brake engaged, for a combination vehicle with the brakes released, check that the parking brake will hold the vehicle by gently pulling forward with the parking brake on. If the vehicle moves freely, then your parking brakes are not working correctly and will need to be serviced before operating the vehicle. Driver releases all brakes and moves forward at 5 miles per hour. Applies the service brakes to check that the brakes are working properly and to see if the vehicle pulls from one side or another. It is important to check your braking system before driving your vehicle. Although rare, when driving down the road, a stone can hit your air line and rupture the lines. You want to be 100% sure that your vehicle is safe and working the way it should.